We do, this year the judging panel had conferred a Judges Special Award. To tell you more about that and to announce the winner, I'll hand you over to the co-chair of the judges, Sandy.
Well, thank you very much, Sam. I am very honoured to present this special award, and it is a first. We haven't done this before, and I imagine it will be done only rarely and in quite unique cases in the future. The fact is, we are recognising tonight a literally one-off, once-in-a-lifetime event, namely the commemoration on and around Sydney Harbour of the 100th anniversary of the Royal Australian Navy. Now, understandably, Imagination, who provided creative services to the Fleet Review Spectacular, have been recognised tonight for their excellent creative contribution. But the award which I have the pleasure of presenting now is to the Royal Australian Navy itself for the conception, planning, coordination and delivery of this extraordinary event as a whole. The judging panel believed that this deserved special recognition for two reasons. The first is the intrinsic importance of the event, marking as it did a very special birthday of a major Australian institution, the Royal Australian Navy, which has been at the forefront of ensuring the security of our country, often with great courage and great sacrifice. And it happens that our event here this year falls on Remembrance Day, and how very appropriate that is in this case. But the second reason, which is perhaps even more relevant to us here tonight as people in the event industry, concerns the scale and quality of the commemoration. It was logistically challenging, creatively inspired in the way it told an important Australian story, highly coordinated, including with other countries, and enjoyed by millions live on television or through other media. So on behalf of all of you here tonight, on behalf of all of the professionals and practitioners in the Australian event industry, I not only belatedly wish the Navy a happy birthday, but I salute the Navy for the very exceptional planning and execution of a very big, very complex and very high-profile event. And with those words, it's my great pleasure to present this special award to Rear Admiral Stuart Mayer, Fleet Commander, Royal Australian Navy.
HMAS Melbourne, Sydney, Encounter, Warrego, Parramatta and Yarra, Sydney Harbour.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's a great pleasure to be here representing the Chief of Navy, Vice Admiral Tim Barrett, and the 15,000 men and women of the Royal Australian Navy. You might have guessed we're not traditional event planners. That would be probably because we didn't even nominate ourselves. So I'd like to thank in particular the judges for their care in making sure that the very hard work of the many people involved in this event was recognised. And I'd like to thank them for their flexibility and for their recognition of us tonight. On the 4th of October 13, the Australian fleet entered into Sydney Harbour. It was met by a flotilla of small boats, planes in the air, balloons in the air. People crowded around the actual waterways, and the ships came to anchor, and that night there were parties and lights flashing through the sky. That was the 4th of October 1913. And within a year, that young Navy was at sea and conflict with the Imperial German Navy through the Pacific and Indian Ocean. For 100 years, the Australian Navy has fought on all seas and oceans of the world to defend Australia's national interest. And we thought we had a story to tell in 2013, and we're very grateful for the opportunity to do so. We couldn't have done it without the great help of JT and the team from the New South Wales Government, the City of Sydney, our partners from Imagination, and a dedicated, hard-working group of officers that for 2.5 years spent their life trying to bring this story to life. Thanks, team. If you want to ever see a naval officer panic, tell them they've got to become an event planner. Small challenge, and they really rose to it. Thank you very much, guys. Tonight, as we speak, there are over 3,000 men and women, young and old, sailors all, at sea serving their country. We celebrate 100 years of our history. We're building the next 100 years. We look forward to seeing if we can't make the 200th celebration bigger than the one we just did. Thanks very much.